Hi, this is Sharon at fitinfun.com, and I have another commercial freelance project which just amazes me because if you listen back to my last commercial freelance, it was me saying goodbye to that work. It's draining, it's hard, and I don't feel that it's ever going to really work out for me. And then as soon as I say that, I have it again. And so now I'm doing it for this guy I met through LinkedIn. And he jumped off the page to me and became a real person. And I cannot even tell you, his name's Rick. He's in Florida. I'm in California, so we're across the country. And we've had emails. His first email to me was at 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and just ripped into the subject and basically was like, "Oh, hi, glad you're up," and just like told me, like, it was about a 3-page email with a lot of formatting to tell me what he was saying and to make me stop and read it. Like, I'm a writer. It was really well done, and I don't, whoever emails me, everybody hates me. So I was like, wow. And it was not sales pitchy because he was answering my question. There's nothing to sell. He doesn't even know who I am. He's just answering the question that I asked on LinkedIn. And he started out after saying, "Oh, I'm glad you're up." He said, "I didn't want to answer this out there in the forum. I just want to tell you because I can tell the way you're asking your question is telling me that you need some knowledge." And I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. And then 3 pages of blow my mind, right? Like, honestly, he's a person who understands the internet. And if you look back to my LinkedIn strategy that I was so proud of last weekend, it's now Wednesday, and I did it on Saturday night, Sunday morning. And he's one of those people. And he's actually either the first or the second, because when I sent that thing, I got like 5 or 8 right away in the first hour. So those were all the people that were up right then. And but anyway, so he sent me this information, and it's nothing to do with what I'm going to tell you, because he was helping me with a problem I asked on the internet that is nothing to do with why I recommend him. He did it for free, obviously, to help me. He gave me so much information so generously, and with doing that, convinced me by not telling me this, but just by listening to him, that I am dealing with a certified genius, okay? Like, there's few times that happens, and this is one of them, because he just has remarkable knowledge and different ways to fit it together. And this is a situation that I understand, because as he's telling me, we end up on the phone. So we've had several conversations now, and those have been way more knowledge than the emails. But in this one conversation, in the early conversations, I was explaining my mission to him, my weight loss, my dry skin brushing. These are chick topics to most men, and definitely to him. Like, he did not know anything about this. And like, even Jenny Craig was kind of a weird name to him, like, Jenny Craig, And I'm like, okay, so yeah, you're off the page. So he's obviously, like, at least fit enough that he's not, like, concerned about dieting and looking into it. And he didn't know anything. He never heard of dry skin brushing. And I'm trying to explain that my thing is so broad. So I was describing all my topics of swimming and accounting and just all the different things. And what happened in that first conversation was a good realization that this guy picks up on things faster than anybody ever. Like, I would say something, and all of a sudden he integrates it into his technical conversation. So instead of him just trying to tell me the thing anymore and use examples, he's integrated me into his story immediately at a high level of understanding. And every once in a while he'd say something, I go, wait, you misunderstood that. And I would say what I really meant, and then he'd just change again and just continue on. And I was like, oh, I have like at least 8 pages of notes from knowing this guy for a few days. And one of the things he told me applies to small businesses. So coming up, this has been like 2 videos or 3, I think, to set this up. But coming up is me explaining to you what your problem is that he can solve, and you don't even know you have this problem, and it's terrible. Like, really, I'm not even kidding. So I hope you like it, and definitely Rick can help you if you decide you're in that category. So stay tuned. Be sure and fit in fun no matter what you're doing.